In this video, Kevin and I are going to be going over our likes and dislikes for the month of December. As always, if it makes this video, we either really loved it or we really hated it. So I'm going to go over the first thing that I hated first. This is the Elf on the Shelf. These are the Christmas cheer brownie kits. It wasn't necessarily that the brownies were horrible or anything, but it was, they had you cooking in the wrong size pan, the wrong cooking time.
The directions were really bad.
The icing packet is not the same icing packet that is on the cover of this box.
No, they literally just give you a bag.
It was a completely different icing packet. This is a complete lie. And so that's what ticked me off about it, is that they used Elf on the Shelf to try to sell the product. And I hope that enough of you watched it that it saved you, because they had several different kits that you could buy. Well, after buying this Elf on the Shelf, there's no way I'm buying another one. So this just like cross that off my list. I'm not doing that again. But that made me hate this product. It's like the whole thing was a lie.
And the flavor wasn't that great.
Yeah, and the brownies weren't that great either. By Ghirardelli.
Yeah.
This is a one bar, the seasonal flavor one bar. It is Marshmallow Hot Cocoa. I wrote very strong protein flavor, did not like, very artificial, chocolate and marshmallow.
I remember that. But there was other ones that we tried for that. They were okay.
They were okay. They were the plant ones.
Yeah.
But this one in particular was vile.
Yeah, oh, it was horrible.
Yeah, and really the protein, I just am not a fan of one bars, I don't think really at all, because I do think they have a strong protein flavor.
And I mean, I guess if you're used to eating a protein bar, even that would not improve that one.
No.
I don't even know who's taste testing some of these things. It's
no.
like, who in the world tried this and said this was good?
Yeah, yeah. And then lastly, the last thing that we put in hates was the Kroger Cookies for Santa trail mix.
Think.
No, a trail mix. It's like, why would you put a trail mix in the hate pile? Well, it was because the ginger was so strong and earthy.
It wasn't like a ginger snap or a sweet ginger. It was just ginger.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Like you got a piece of ginger and went, ah.
It was, yes, and it was so strong it ruined the whole bag.
It did. It was, nothing could have saved that ginger flavor.
It was terrible. So now that was all of our dislikes. So now we want to move on to happier things. So first, I'll talk about the Sutter Buttes. These are jams, and we opened up like a kind of like an advent calendar thing. It was like a tin full of different flavors. We really liked the peach bourbon and the warm apple.
That was very good.
Delicious. This is a brand that we do not see in our area. We bought that tin at Tuesday morning, but if we did have this brand in our area, these are two flavors we would absolutely not hesitate to buy again. A whole jar. Also, as far as jams, jellies, whatever, this is the Maxims De Paris Organic Peach Extra Jam. It was absolutely delicious.
Had hunks in it.
Yes. Wonderful jam. This was $3.99 at Home Goods. And I would totally get that again too.
It was good.
I like toast, biscuits, whatever. This is great.
Yeah, I like the little chunky things there too.
Okay, you want to do? Yeah, you do some. Yeah.
Me and Andrew did these. These are the Wonder Shop, which is a Target brand. We gave Andrew the bag, so we had to print them out.
They were in like containers, like
plastic containers. Yeah. So we gave them to him, so we didn't have them.
We printed out the
This one
picture.
is milk chocolate butter toffee almonds and the sugar cookie flavored almonds. The flavors were so good, and the textures are really good for both of these. Tammy sometimes will try, like me and Andrew are reviewing something, sometimes we'll say, oh, you gotta try this. This is one of those things we gave her some too. It's like, you gotta try this.
Every time. After they review something, people have asked me that before. Do you try the things when just Kevin and Andrew review something? Yes.
Usually it's because Andrew said, try this.
You have to try this.
This tastes like crap, try it.
Or he'll say, you're gonna eat this. I ate this, you're gonna eat this.
When it's bad, yeah. He'll say something like that. But these are really good products.
And they had me try them too, and they were good.
They were good.
Yeah. But yeah, and so good that Andrew took them home. This was sent to us from the company. It was the frozen bean French hazelnut latte. It had a wonderful flavor. This was, I I don't know if this was one of the new ones that was coming out or if this was one that they've had out for a long time.
It's like a cocoa mix, though.
Yes, but it was absolutely delicious. Terrific.
I was just telling you what it was, just in case you didn't watch the video. It's a drink mix.
It's a drink mix, yes.
Go ahead, I have 5 things over here.
Then I have the 365 Whole Foods Market. This is white chocolate gingerbread bark. This stuff is addictive, over the top sweet. It's exactly what the Kroger stuff was, the wrong gingerbread. This is the gingerbread you want. Yeah.
It's the appeal to everybody gingerbread.
And putting it with white chocolate was,
excellent.
Yes, very, very smart. I also have these. They were called like Truffle Lettuce. Truffle Lettuce de France is what the brand is. I pulled the tag off. These are actually, made in Canada, and I finished the whole bag. I could not stop eating these. It's one of these things that, like, you do the review. This is the peppermint and white chocolate. And I told Kevin after, I said, if we ever see that brand again, the Truffle Lettuce de France, if we ever see this brand again at Home Goods, I'm buying it, because that is a really good brand. And I think we found these at Home Goods. Yeah, Home Goods, $3.99. Wonderful, wonderful brand.
You can go.
Okay, this was popcorn, signature popcorn. It was sent to us from Raymond in Pennsylvania, and I wrote on the back, Kevin liked the strawberry shortcake. So he sent us 3 different flavors. I really, really liked the peanut butter cup. It was very different, but I loved it. It was like
it was powdery almost on the outside.
It was like a scorched peanut, but it was so delicious.
But the texture was good on the outside too, because it wasn't like this hard, crunchy layer. It was like a powdery kind of layer. It was really good.
This was hands down the best flavored popcorn we've had.
Yeah, it was very good.
Signature
that
popcorn.
Popcornopolis. I gotta throw a Popcornopolis out there.
If you're going with a really, really well-known brand, then that everybody knows Popcornopolis. But if you want to really support a lesser-known company and help them grow, this signature popcorn is one that it's
I like the texture
wonderful.
of that better than Popcornopolis, honestly.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm going to do one.
Okay.
These are the Crunch Factory. This one is the buffalo chicken. Does it say buffalo style chicken crunch rolls? There's what they look like. These were just really, if you've ever had the buffalo chicken dip with the tortilla shells, I make it, the recipe's on YouTube. I make it every year. It tasted just like that, wrapped up in this breaded, like crunchy outside. It was very, very good.
And the funny thing is we bought these at GFS, Gordon Food Service, and we had never seen these before.
Heard of it.
And then we went to Jungle Jim's International Market in Ohio. Yeah. They had these, and it was like, oh my gosh, they have those things we just tried. And somebody commented, I'm wanting to say it was Georgianne. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But I'm thinking it was Georgianne that commented that they sell them at 7-Eleven. So she said, I'm sure they're a lot more expensive at 7-Eleven. And see, we don't have a 7-Eleven in our area, so we never would have seen them. But that's cool. If that's the only place you can get them, I'm just telling you, you should.
So I wonder if 7-Eleven should sell them on those little roller machines that just keeps them hot.
Then nobody would want
them. And then you buy one at a time.
I would never try them if they were on a roller machine.
They're very good. And
Wizard fingers.
They had 2 other flavors too, and they were both good as well. This was just
But that was the best. Yes.
If you like buffalo.
This is the Famous Dave's Autumn Spice Cornbread. And speaking of Georgianne is the one that sent this to us.
There you go.
That just happened to work out like that. It was so much better than I could have ever imagined.
I never thought it would have been that great.
Has a terrific flavor. This is one that they won't keep it out year round, but they could keep it out year round because it's just so freaking good. And it was easy to make too. Mm-hmm. You only needed milk, water, and an egg. Whip it up, put it in a pan. I think we put it in like an 8x8 pan. It's so easy to make.
And the flavor was just so good. And the spices in there were perfectly mixed. They weren't like something was too strong or the other. It was perfect.
Yes.
Perfect blend.
I have 3 from the same company. This is all from Salt of the Earth Bakery. And this is one of those that during December, I ordered a bunch from Macy's department store. And I told you all, If you haven't looked online at Macy's, it's like a gourmet foods or specialty foods or something, they have pages and pages and pages, and oftentimes it's cheaper to order through Macy's. They get it at a discount than it is to go through the actual company.
Just do your little bit of homework.
And the timing was perfect that I put out those reviews, because at the time that the videos were coming out, Macy's was having a sale for Christmas, and people were like, this is on sale right now. And I'm like, yes, we did it. We did a good job then. That was good. So this is the OMGCB Holy Mother of Brownie. There were 2 individually wrapped brownies. Yes, in this. Those were awesome. These were both cookies. So this was called the Chocoholic, and this was called the Cookie. Everything a cookie always wanted to be. And they are called Salt of the Earth because their specialty is using different salts on their cookies and brownies.
And it made such a difference.
But it's really cool because if you do go to either their website or Macy's, it doesn't matter to me, you can get a variety pack, a sampler, and they'll send you one of each cookie and one of each brownie that they have, and then you can decide which is your favorite if you ever want to reorder like a bunch of one.
Yeah, if you've ever wanted anything sweet and salty, those are excellent. Because if I eat something sweet, I like something salty to go along either before or after it. They combined them all in one. Didn't have to do it separately.
I have 2 things that were sent to us from Eleanor in the UK. We have the Wicked Kitchen Gold Shimmer Bakewell slices, and I love a good Bakewell anyway.
Very good.
And then these were the Whartons, Warburton's gluten-free. These are vegan chocolate, orange, and gingerbread squares. So Eleanor, I'm 99% positive she has told me she's vegan, and so she's very familiar with these products. I think these are things that she buys all the time, but these were very, very impressive, and you don't have to be vegan to enjoy them. They're absolutely delicious. I love the chocolate orange too.
I have 2 things that kind of go together. I have the Mrs. Butterworth's Epic Double... that's it. Double chocolate pancake mix, and it came with the chocolate syrup and the little sprinkle thingies, and the pancake syrup was the Fruity Pebbles one. And if you like Fruity Pebbles at all, that's got a good flavor. Got a good fruity flavor. But you actually like these on the chocolate, didn't you?
That's what I was going to say.
Even though you wouldn't think they would go together.
No, you would think that you would try this on just the pancake mix and not the chocolate one. This on the chocolate is a awesome combination. And no, we haven't used it since that review. I've had it, I told Kevin, I said, I want to put this in my favorites. I'm going to set it up. I didn't want to forget about it, because if I put it up in the cabinet to use, I would forget about it. It like, oh, I need to pull that out for the video.
You would use it.
I would use it and forget to bring it in the dining room for this video. So I would just rather wait. So now I can use it because it is good until, let me tell you, it's good until April of 2023.
Yeah, pretty much the sugar, I mean.
Yeah, 2023. And so I have plenty of time left to use it, but this was awesome stuff. And yes. And
the double chocolate pancake cake, the double chocolate was really, really good. One of our favorites out of the ones we tried. We did the Fruit Loop one, or the Fruity Pebbles one. And it was okay. It was more of a gimmicky kind of thing, and the frosting was really good.
Right, but these are better together.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Wonderful. And some people were on that video, they were commenting like sugar overload. And,
it is sugar overload. But
yes, hello.
If you're eating pancakes with syrup, you're getting sugar overload anyway.
So then we did not review this box of See's chocolates, but I had to thank Cheryl in this video if she's watching. Cheryl in California, she did send us some little candies and stuff to review, but she was also kind enough to send us a box of See's chocolates that we had reviewed all of them, and we were just able to open it up and literally...
We stood at the counter and just ate them.
We did.
It's like, which one? I would eat half and she would eat half, or she would eat half and I would eat the other half.
I wrote, though, in here, our favorites that she included were the milk California brittle, the cashew brittle, and the milk butterscotch square.
Those butterscotch squares are like the best thing ever.
And I'm a brittle fanatic, so any brittle you send me, I'm going to love. But yeah, I wasn't going to tell you we shoved our mouths at the counter, but that is exactly what happened. We opened the box and then they disappeared. But I wanted to bring attention to her because this was a very, very generous gift that, you know, we didn't even have to do a video for. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, I
have one more thing.
Okay. This one is the Southern Living Muffin Mix. This one is the Mini Pecan Pie. Just an excellent mix. It's hard to find Southern Living mixes, though. We've never seen them anywhere except, wasn't this Tuesday morning?
Tuesday morning, Tuesday
morning. Never seen them anymore else. And actually, I don't think we saw them since then, that first time we saw them. Last time we were there, I don't think they were there anymore. But anyway, if you do get these in your area, they were excellent.
Yes,
they were very, very good.
Yes.
Good muffins.
And then my last thing is the Be Nutty. This is gourmet peanut butter. Their website's www.benutty.com. This was a little sample pack. So they were little bitty. They were actually a little bit shorter than this. And there was like a box I ordered.
That was a square.
Of like 10. You got 10 different flavors. And I'm thinking I ordered it from Macy's as well. And I wrote down our favorites on the back of this card because I didn't keep the containers. My favorites were the skinny dip, the plain, the blueberry, and the toffee. Kevin's favorites were the salted caramel, the cinnamon sugar cookie, the toffee, and the plain. So we both agreed on the toffee and the plain. But what we would do after the review, they were in such little convenient containers, we would take a spoon in that container and just go eat it on the couch as a snack. We didn't end up putting it on anything. Like I thought when we got it, I thought we'll put this on Ritz crackers or on bread or something like that.
Just eat it.
Just ate it out of the container.
like cavemen.
This is the way to do it though. I mean.
Sample packs. Yeah.
Yes.
Samples are always way
This company, I have to applaud them for doing that. I mean, really, this is the way everybody wants to try. When there's so many different flavors to try, this is the way to do it.
Sell a sample pack. You're crazy not to.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, and then I have the Rustic Bakery, which is a very good bakery. These are the Hanukkah vanilla cookies. They were really just vanilla cookies. The Hanukkah part really didn't matter because they also had stars. I think they were stars or something like that. They're just vanilla cookies.
I just like the Hanukkah thing.
Excellent vanilla cookies. They were more like shortbread than anything, if I'm remembering correctly.
They were very buttery.
Yeah.
And they were expensive.
Yeah,
but
they're expensive.
They're a mom and dad or adult cookie. They're not a give this to the toddler and let them run around the kitchen cookie. You know, you're buying this for you, for the adult to enjoy.
Excellent.
Yes. There's that. So, Kevin has a Lunchtime review channel. He reviews frozen foods, ready-made foods 4 times a week, and then once a week he actually goes out to eat, and those videos come up on Thursdays. They're posted on Thursdays, and he'll go out to eat somewhere and get a new to him, might not be the newest meal, but it'll be a new to him meal.
Yeah,
and hopefully you'll enjoy getting to see the fast food and the drive-through process and everything. So,
do we go ahead?
Yeah, go ahead.
I have one hate.
Oh, you had a hate.
Yeah,
I remember this.
And I was surprised that I hated it because it's just Campbell's double noodle.
It's a well-known name, Campbell's soup.
And it's double noodle. You wouldn't think it would be. It's noodles and chicken broth.
Good.
And it had goldfish on top of it. The only thing I could finish eating out of this was the goldfish on top. It wasn't even goldfish though. It wasn't even cheese goldfish. It was like cracker goldfish.
Yeah.
They were like saltine
regular
crackers.
goldfish.
I actually put on here and I remember it. So I haven't had a 1 for a long time. I gave this a 1.5 only because it was edible, but not by much because I literally didn't finish it. I said it tasted like it was expired. Very, very odd flavor. Now, how you get an odd flavor out of chicken broth and noodles, I have no idea. It tasted artificial. It was just funky. It was just gross. Don't buy this.
Don't buy this.
Don't buy it. It's nasty. All right, and then I have two I did like. One is the Banquet Mega Meats, the sweet and spicy Asian style boneless strips. And
you gave it a 4.5.
I gave it a 4.5. I said no something. I can't read my own writing.
No sweet. It looks like it says no sweet.
Oh, that's what it was. That's the reason I didn't give it a 5. Is because it was more of the spicier part, and it really had a lot of sweet part. But it was just excellent. Quality of everything about it was really good. And the macaroni is like it's a different kind of macaroni though. Yeah, it's green chili macaroni and cheese, and it was just really, really good. So anyway, if you get this one in your area, try it out.
It took us a long time to find that too.
Yeah, we only I think one store. We ended up getting it at Kroger, I believe. Yeah, Kroger had it, and I don't think we ever saw it anywhere else. And my last one was a Trader Joe's item, believe it or not.
And this is probably really a side dish.
It is. It's a side dish, but you could heat it up at night and then take it in as leftovers the next day. It's the same difference. This one is a Mexican-style roasted corn with cojita cheese, and I gave it a 5.
Oh, 5.
I gave it a 5.
Wow, 5.
It was so. You could definitely have that as a meal, or you could mix that up with some like a taco meat or fajita meat and have it as a dish. It was just really, really good flavor, and it had cheese all through there and the chilies. It was just excellent. So if you see these, normally like Tammy said, it's probably gonna be more of a side dish you would have with stuff the night before. But if you take it in as leftovers the next day at lunch, I think you'll be happy.
So now I have to mention the fast food that Kevin has. This month, the month of December, had 5 Thursdays.
Wow.
So that meant 5 fast food meals. So the first place that Kevin ate was...
And I have to tell him I don't remember these.
No, that's why I like to tell him. I like to kind of surprise him.
Have to remind
you
me.
went here.
Yeah.
Okay, the first place you went was Sonny's Barbecue. Sonny's Barbecue, we did not have one in our area at all, and Bob Evans closed, and so Sonny's Barbecue went in the old Bob Evans building. And so we had never been there before, and I told Kevin, I said, you need to go to Sonny's Barbecue. So you got the, so he didn't have any recommendations or anything, so he got the sweet Carolina sandwich and crinkle cut fries. And I will tell you now that the video's over with, I was in the car with him, and those crinkle cut fries were nothing. They were cold.
They were nothing.
I am used to, people were like, well, crinkle cut fries, you should always ask them to cook them extra long or this and that. If you go to Culver's, they're good every time. They're fresh and they're hot at Culver's. Crinkle cut fries
not soggy.
and crispy every single time. Very, very rarely have I been to Culver's.
There's occasionally.
There's occasionally, but it's rare that I'm dissatisfied. Apparently, with Sonny's Barbecue, that is a thing.
You have to ask for them.
Is they do not have good crinkle fries unless they cook them longer. So
should have to ask.
So you had the barbecue sweet Carolina sandwich, and then you went to Ted's Montana Grill.
Okay.
You had the bacon bison cheeseburger, onion rings, and French fries. And then you had Firehouse subs. You had a barbecue Cuban sub.
Yeah.
And that was the review. Some people were like...
Was that the one I said the wrong name?
Yes, you said the wrong name. You didn't call it a Cuban. You called it a something else.
A Reuben or something
probably.
Like that? Anyway.
But some people said, I thought... something went wrong with the video
because it was so short.
It was only like 3.5 minutes long.
Yeah, there wasn't much to say about it.
Yeah, there just wasn't a lot to review. It's just a sub. He didn't get anything else with it.
Well, and I'm not going through the drive-through, so that's not additional time. I'm getting out of the car, going in, ordering, and bringing it back. And really, the sandwich, if I remember correctly, was good, but it wasn't like spectacular or anything.
And then you had the Culver Smokehouse Barbecue Cheddar. Cheeseburger, cheddar cheeseburger. You had onion rings, and you got a cherry chip butter cake concrete mixer. So he got a dessert with that one. And then this last one was quite huge. The Domino's.
Bigger than I thought.
It was the Domino's. You got the 5 cheese dip with garlic bread twist. You got a cheesy marinara dip with Parmesan twist. And then you got a baked apple dip and cinnamon bread twist. So what I like to ask
there was 8 knots of each one of those too. So it was a lot.
So what I like to ask him is, what would, out of these, are there any that he would never get again? or that he doesn't care to visit, and what would he definitely want to get again?
There's none that I would just like, I would never get that again. There's things I would do differently, like the Sonny's barbecue. I would get a little bit different sauce because I really wanted something more seasoned. I wouldn't get their crinkle cut fries. I'd probably get something else.
Yeah.
Ted's, you know what? I know bison is their big thing, but bison's a very dry meat, very lean. If you're used to eating like that 96% lean hamburger, you probably really like
My
that.
sister would love it because that's what
It's very lean, very little fat.
Is lean.
Yeah.
But in my house,
we don't like the texture of it.
No, we don't.
We've never liked it. It's very tight, very dense meat, and we want the fatty meat.
Yeah, yeah.
So if I were to get that again, I would probably wouldn't. I like the burger itself, but I wouldn't get bison. I'd just get regular beef, which they do have regular beef too, if you wanted that version of it. But I remember their onion rings being pretty decent. The Firehouse Sub, like I said, it was okay. It wasn't bad. It was just okay. The Culver's is always really good. I've never had a problem with Culver's. Their onion rings were good. I think I'd still just stick with their fries. I didn't really necessarily care for their cherry chip and butter cake. It wasn't bad. It was just...
I tried some of it.
Yeah, Tammy tried it too.
I tried it, and I would like it better without the cake pieces.
Yeah, they were big like hunks of gooey, doughy.
I did not mind the cake pieces. It didn't bother me, but it would have been just as good without the cake pieces.
Yeah, it really didn't add anything to it.
Yeah.
And I didn't think it was cherry enough.
No, it didn't. No, that's true.
And then the Domino's thing was just really good. I mean, it's just overall really good. I'm trying to think of which one I would actually go back and get tomorrow.
The Domino's, though, if you should watch that because it was like full-size boxes, it seemed like, of Domino's.
Oh, yeah.
And so Kevin...
I brought them home.
He brought them home. And Andrew's the one that finished them. Andrew, so if you all ever worry about food going to waste around here, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Because Andrew actually had those for dinner and enjoyed it immensely, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. I think he ate almost everything. The place I would go back again, well, there's two really. My favorite out of the bunch, I'm going to probably say was Domino's. Because I mean, who doesn't like a big old hunk of seasoned bread and a bowl of cheese?
A bowl of cheese. Andrew was doing that, dipping in that cheese.
I mean, honestly, I like the cheese, but I like the, I said this during the video too, I like the garlic flavored breadsticks, but I like the marinara and cheese better with garlic. Now, Andrew, when he was eating them, he didn't care which bread it was, but he actually liked the cheese.
He really liked that
cheese.
cheese.
I think he ate every drop of the cheese, but he just did some of the marinara sauce in it.
Did he try
He didn't try the apples, but he did try the cinnamon, and he liked the cinnamon.
So
part.
He didn't eat the apple?
He didn't try the apple. He said, I don't care about the apples.
Oh, okay.
I really like the apples, but I said during the video, if you don't like apples, then just don't eat the apples and eat the cinnamon because it's really good.
That he didn't try it because Andrew loves applesauce.
Yeah, and it's good.
He must not have been in the mood for it.
For
Sometimes you're just not in the mood for things.
But
trust me, he was in the mood for the rest.
If you weren't in the mood for the apples, you could literally take those sticks and scoop up the cinnamon sugar on the bottom of that paper. It was wonderful. But I would eat that combination again. But if I was to go back and get just something different, I would really look forward to getting something different at Sonny's.
Yeah.
Because Sonny's, I got a sandwich.
I'm sure they have great things there.
Yeah, and I didn't mind their sandwich. It just was the sauce I chose. For me, was very sweet, and it wasn't didn't have any spice to it.
Was it messy? I don't remember. Or no, I don't remember.
It depends on how much you put on there. Because they gave you the sauce separate. So you put the sauce however much you want. And so it can be very, very messy. But I would try something different as far as the sides go. And I would probably try a different cut. Because they have a sampler where you get just like brisket, sliced brisket, and just pulled pork loose without a sandwich, all that stuff.
It all sounds really good.
Yeah, I would just try something different there. But my top out of the month would probably be the Domino's, honestly, because it was all really good, honestly. I gave them 4.5 or 5 to every bit of it.
All of them, yeah. So if you're interested in seeing, you might live in another country and you don't know how the American drive-thru works. Some of these are drive-thru videos. Some of them weren't. Ted's was not. Firehouse Subs was not.
Everything else.
But the other ones were. Yeah. So I always think those are fun videos to watch myself. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you are interested in seeing like our overall favorites from the last 6 months, we're going to have a video up, should be up right after this, of our very, very favorites from the last 6 months out of everything we've had. So I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.